moving average, right? Last time we saw that, it sold off. And we tried to get back up to the 50-day, and it sold off. But this time, it's real. Really? A day after the president more or less declares war on Iran and gives Benjamin Netanyahu a green light as well to start putting Iran back into the stone. Well, they already live in the Stone Age, but you know what I'm getting at. It's cool though, Mike. The New York Times yesterday was giving Mike Pompeo shit. Like, where's the Secretary of State? As the president's almost. He was on an airplane, man. He was on an airplane. He just landed. He's getting fuel somewhere. They are almost back on U.S. soil. 3 Americans being released, and the liberal at New York Times is giving him shit for not being around because as the president was announcing that deal. It's how liberals and Democrats can't give this guy credit for anything. If this were Hillary Clinton, they'd be throwing rose petals all over her as she enters Rome. It's disgusting. Anyway, folks, yesterday was epic. We traded Raytheon during the live trade brief yesterday. Look at Raytheon. Here he is, and then and this guy's going to war. Let's sell off a little bit. No, he really is going to go to war. Look at this defense stock. We looked at a 210 out to June. I looked at the 210, 200 bull put spread, and that thing currently is up $3,000 in a day. It's like a 70% gain in a Raytheon trade in one day. Defense stock's good when we're going to bomb Iran or we get out of that nuke deal. It's a horrible deal. And, of course, the mullahs are trying to look good by saying, well, we'll kind of stay in it with all the English, England, France, and I really don't care what England, France, or Germany have to think. Period. Until the Iranians start screaming death to France and stepping on their flag on a daily basis, I don't care what you think. So, quote unquote, stay in the deal. We're not in it. And those sanctions are going to hit. Oil's going to start to catch a bid. Steve Mnuchin, who's been very quiet about the potential trade war with China, said yesterday, hey, it's going to take 3 to 6 months to put all these sanctions back in place. That's going to hurt global stuff. Remember the great deal and Iran's open for business again. Now it's closed. So this 150, 170 point rally on the Dow today, what's it on? First of all, it's on zero volume. I think Moose and Rocco are on the floor of the exchange right now, and that's it for the volume. Very low volume, and volatility's coming in a little bit. Take a look at this chart. Talking to a lot of people today, I know zero people who are deploying money into this market right now. Okay, so be very, very careful with what's going on here. We just looked at in Accelerated Retirement a very, very good looking bull put spread we have on Visa, and we added to that. Check out Visa's moves after earnings. This is what you want to see out of a stock after earnings. Check this out. So nice. Let me get rid of some of these lines. Nice gap on earnings. Look at that pop. Here's half the gap, right? There's about half the gap. This stock kind of a little head fake, maybe nope, not even back half to the gap, and now it's off to the races. Visa is going to benefit from higher interest rates. What's Visa also benefiting from? A good freaking economy. Unemployment last week, 3.9? The jobless rate is at 3.9%. The first time I've seen that jobless rate since I was wearing a flight suit on active duty, holding my now 18-year-old son. So, folks, this is a good economy, and things are looking very, very, very good. So, but this is beware. The moving average bounces are getting weaker and weaker, and there might be major carnage coming. I still am a firm believer that even though we just bounced through this is algorithmic buying. Same thing happened here. This wasn't fundamental or anything like that. This popped through the 50. The algos, the Terminator start buying here until humans like me step in and go, hey, let's put on our thinking brain. We just backed out of a nuclear deal that might give Benjamin Netanyahu the all clear. He's been flying joint strike fighters over Iran for the past 3 to 6 months. Iran can't see him. Netanyahu now has the air cover, literally and figuratively, to go get these guys. This is a very dangerous time. I love it, folks. I love peace in the Korean Peninsula. Bring those troops home. Take the 80,000 troops and turn that into maybe more flight hours for pilots who are getting killed were getting killed because of budget cuts. I think peace in the Korean Peninsula is great. Might not happen. There's still there's a 30 delta that I don't know, Trump gets up and walks out because something's bad. This is all great posturing. It's good letting Americans go, stopping the testing. It's all great. But if he walks in that room and he pulls out some stupid, hey, this is what we want, and Trump gets up and walks out, that's potential. But oil going above 70 here, Brent 70, 71, the Treasury, hovering around 3%. Selling may and go away. I don't see too many reasons to be uber bullish. But again, in the blink of an eye, you can change your tactical mindset. This was horrific. This was literally right down the street from me in Fort Lauderdale, down at Fort Lauderdale Beach. Two kids, actually, they went to Pinecrest, kind of a ritzy school down here. 18-year-old high school kids burnt to death. I heard that people ran up. They couldn't get the gold doors open. They couldn't break the glass, and they tried to open the doors, and the gold doors wouldn't open. And then the battery exploded. And when the battery exploded, these two kids burnt to death. That ain't exactly good headline news for Tesla. So anyway, and then I was also, Facebook's having a good run of late, but be very, very careful. I mean, I get it's good news that they're shuffling their management team. I think Data from Star Trek is going to stay as the skipper, but he's going to go Ronald Reagan and have smarter people surround him. That might save the stock. I think him leaving is really going to save the stock, but I always reserve the right to be completely wrong. So anyway, we have good trades going on. We have great CSX trade. Another really good, there's your pop after earnings, kind of a little head fade back, and then on a tear. Very, very good chart out of CSX and a lot of happy people. We got into that back here. Great run out of CSX of late. I told you, hey man, slow and steady wins the race. CSX is going to get airborne and take off. And there it goes. So, all right, folks, I got to run. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be back with Thursday's Market SITREP tomorrow. Don't forget to go to BocaTradersConference.com and grab your BTC slot for June 30th, a full day of training with some 500-pound heads. Early bird $297. If you want to hang out and have cocktails with the cool folks, it's $397. So BocaTradersConference.com. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. I'll see you.